hidden reality of the used car lot. Picture this. Last Tuesday, I was standing on a used car lot helping a buddy hunt for something for his wife, and we counted 17 luxury SUVs marked down twice with little orange reduced stickers slapped on the windshields. 17. Salesmen walked past them like they had a smell. And here is the part that should make every smart buyer pay attention. Three of those SUVs were the exact ones I would have grabbed for myself in a heartbeat. The same drivetrains as vehicles that cost $15,000 more. The same engines mechanics considered damn near indestructible. Just wearing the wrong badge or sitting in the wrong segment. After 22 years under the hood, I can tell you the dirty secret of the luxury SUV market. Depreciation has nothing to do with reliability. And today I'm handing you the three I would buy tomorrow with my own money. I am saving the best for number one because that one is the SUV I tell my own family to buy. Let us get into it. Top 1 Acura MDX 2014-2020. This is the SUV I see roll into my bay with 180,000 miles. Owners apologizing because the cabin air filter is dirty, and I have to bite my tongue to not laugh. It is so under the radar that most people do not even realize it shares its DNA with one of Honda's most reliable engines ever built. I had a customer last fall, a retired music teacher, who came in clutching a printout of a 2018 BMW X5 she was about to put $32,000 down on. 71,000 miles, certified pre-owned, the whole song and dance. She wanted me to look it over before she signed. I looked at the maintenance schedule. I looked at what was coming due on that N55 Turbo Straight 6, and I told her, "Ma'am, in 18 months, this BMW is going to need a valve cover gasket, an oil filter housing gasket, and probably a water pump. You are looking at $2,800 in repairs before you have made 24 payments." She said, "What would you buy?" I pulled up Cars.com and showed her a 2018 Acura MDX tech package, 64,000 miles, $22,400. Same model year, more space, third row, all-wheel drive, and an engine I trust with my life. She bought it. That was 8 months ago. Total repair bill so far, zero. One oil change, that is it. Here's what nobody tells you about the third-generation MDX from 2014 to 2020. That 3.5L J35Y V6 under the hood is the same engine family Honda has been refining since 1998. Naturally aspirated, no turbos to grenade. Timing belt instead of a chain, yes, but it's $900 for the service at 105,000 miles, and you are done for another 100,000 miles. The transmission paired with it from 2016 onward is a ZF-sourced 9-speed that after Honda's early software updates became smooth and dependable. Stick with 2017 and newer if you want the cleaned-up software. Earlier, 9-speeds had shift logic complaints, not failures. The super handling all-wheel drive system, what Acura calls SHAWD, is one of the smartest torque vectoring setups ever put in a family SUV. And it is mechanical, not some fragile electronic gimmick that throws codes when the temperature drops. Now, the prices. A 2018 MDX with the technology package and 70,000 miles is sitting between $19,000 and $23,000 on most lots right now. A same-year Lexus RX 350 with similar miles is $26,000 to $30,000. That's a $5,000 to $7,000 swing for an SUV that gives you a real third row, and the Lexus does not, and a drivetrain that, in my experience, holds up just as well. If you're shopping one, here's what to check. First, listen for any whine from the rear differential when you let off the gas at 35 miles per hour. The SCAWD rear unit needs fluid changes every 30,000 miles, and a lot of owners skip it. If you hear whining, walk away or negotiate $100 and $200 off. Second, test every single button on that infotainment screen. The dual screen setup on 2014 to 2018 models can develop ghost touches. Annoying, fixable, but factor it in. Third, check the timing belt service history. If it is over 90,000 miles and has never been done, that is leverage. Tell the seller it is coming and knock $1,000 off the price. Bottom line, the MDX is a Honda Pilot in a tuxedo, and the Honda Pilot is one of the most reliable three-row SUVs ever built. You're paying a Hyundai price for Honda guts in a luxury wrapper. The only reason these are cheap is that Acura as a brand does not have the badge appeal of Lexus, and the market punishes that unfairly. If you think the MDX is a steal, this next one is going to make you question everything you thought you knew about American luxury. Top 2 Buick Enclave, 2018-2022. Number 2 is going to make some of you click off this video, and I'm telling you right now, don't. I had the exact same reaction when a customer first asked me about one. I rolled my eyes. Then I worked on a few. Then I started recommending them. Now I have 3 customers driving them, and not one has called me with a problem. The second generation Buick Enclave from 2018 onward is one of the most quietly competent 3-row SUVs on the market, and it is depreciating like it owes the bank money. We are talking from $19,000 to $23,000 for a 2019 premium trim with $60,000 to 80,000 miles. For comparison, a same-year Audi Q7 with similar miles is $34,000 to $40,000, and the Audi is likely to need $2,000 in maintenance the moment that warranty expires. I've seen it happen too many times to count. Here is what's actually going on under the hood. The Enclave runs a 3.6L LFY V6, part of the General Motors high-feature V6 family that is proven, has been in production since 2004, and has been refined for 2 decades. By the 2018 model, Motors had worked out the early timing chain stretch issues that affected the 2007 to 2011 versions. The 2018 and newer engines use updated chains, updated guides, and updated oil control systems. They make 310 horsepower, naturally aspirated, with no turbos to fail. It is paired with a 9T6i 9-speed automatic transmission, which has been on the road long enough that most bugs are worked out. The body is built on the General Motors C1XX platform, the same platform under the Cadillac XT6 and the GMC Acadia Denali. Same bones, half the price. And here is the part nobody talks about, the interior. A 2019 Enclave Avenir, the top trim has quilted leather, real wood, a heads-up display, a panoramic sunroof, and noise cancellation technology that makes the cabin quieter than some Lexuses I have driven. You are getting a $55,000 luxury SUV new for the price of a used Honda Civic. Last spring, I had a customer, a plumber who was 6'3", and he hated everything I showed him because nothing felt big enough. I told him to test drive an Enclave Premium. He came back 2 hours later and said he felt like he was driving a Cadillac. He was right. He had just paid $21,000 for it. Repair-wise, here is the math. Annual maintenance averages around $850 according to RepairPal, which sounds high until you realize the Audi Q7 averages $1,185 and the BMW X5 averages $1,166. Spark plugs on the V6 are $280 at a shop or $90 if you do them yourself. Brakes for all 4 corners run about $480. The most expensive job I have done on a second-gen Enclave was a water pump at $122,000, $620 for parts and labor. That water pump is internally chain-driven, which sounds scary, but is actually reliable. Just labor-intensive when it does fail. Here is an inspection checklist. First, check the engine oil for any milky residue under the cap. The early generation 3.6L engine had coolant intrusion issues. 2018 and newer fixed it, but verify. Second, take it on the highway and accelerate hard from 50 to 75 mph. Feel for any hard shifts or hesitation in the 9-speed transmission. If it feels rough, it might just need a transmission relearn, which is free, but it could also indicate a valve body issue, which is not free. Third, check the start-stop system. Some owners report the auto-stop feature getting glitchy. It is an easy fix with a software update at the dealer, but verify. Fourth, look at the panoramic sunroof drains. Pull back the headliner trim and check for water staining. Clogged drains on these can cause electrical gremlins. Who should buy this? Anyone who needs 3 rows, hates spending money on repairs, and does not care what their neighbors think. If you can get past the Buick badge, you are getting a legitimately luxurious SUV for EconoBox money. Who should skip it? If you tow heavy and often, get something with a body-on-frame setup. If you live somewhere with brutal off-road conditions, this is a unibody crossover, not a rock crawler. Now, if number 2 surprised you, Number one is the SUV that mechanics quietly drive home themselves, the one I tell my own family to buy, the one that breaks every rule of the luxury SUV market. If this kind of straight talk is helping you, hit subscribe. I have more videos coming where I tell you which SUVs to absolutely avoid and which ones the dealers do not want you to know about. Top 3 Lexus GX 460 2014-2019. This is the SUV I would buy with cash tomorrow and never shop for another vehicle again. It comes after Lexus addressed the early electronic steering quirks and before prices shot through the roof. Let me tell you why this thing is in a category of its own. Underneath that leather-stitched, climate-controlled, 12-speaker luxury cabin is the exact same body-on-frame platform as the Toyota 4Runner and the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. Same frame, same suspension architecture, same transfer case philosophy. The engine is a 4.6L 1UR FE V8, naturally aspirated, port-injected, timing chain-driven, and built in the Tahara plant in Japan that builds Lexus's flagship engines. This V8 is so under stress that I've personally seen them go past 280,000 MY on original everything except spark plugs and fluids. I have a customer with one at $328,000 MI right now. He uses it to tow a horse trailer twice a month. 2 years ago, I had a man come in his mid-40s, a software executive, looking at a 2017 Range Rover Sport with 58,000 MI for $42,000. He wanted my opinion. I told him, if you buy this Range Rover, set aside $4,000 a year for repairs and keep my number on speed dial. He laughed. I was not joking. I pulled up a 2017 Lexus GX 460 Premium with 62,000 MI for $33,000. Same money in the seat, same leather, same heated everything. But under the hood, an engine designed to be pulled out of a Land Cruiser and dropped into a United Nations aid truck in the Sahara. He bought the GX 460. He is at 119,000 mi now. He has spent $640 on maintenance in 3 years. That is not a typo. $640 total. Here is the part that really gets me. RepairPal rates the GX 460 reliability at 3.5 out of 5, with average annual repair costs around $770. But that number is misleading because it is a luxury mid-size SUV average. And inside that average, you have Range Rovers and BMW X5s skewing the number up. When I look at just GX 460s in my own shop records, the actual annual cost is closer to $450, and most of that is brake pads and fluid changes. The probability of a major repair on a GX 460 is around 9% compared to 11% for the luxury mid-size SUV class average. That gap is bigger than it sounds when you are the one writing the check. Let me give you the depreciation story. A 2016 GX 460 Premium with 90,000 MI is selling between $28,000 and $33,000 right now. That same money buys you a 2019 BMW X5 with $75,000 MI and a ticking time bomb of cooling system parts. Or a 2018 Mercedes GLE with $70,000 MI and an air suspension that costs $2,200 per corner to replace. The GX 460 has standard steel coil springs in the front, an adjustable height air rear suspension that even when it does fail, runs about $900 to fix, not $3,000. Inspection checklist when you are shopping one. First, check the rear air suspension by lifting the vehicle on a lift and watching the rear ride height. If it is leaning or slow to rise, the rear airbags may be tired. Replacement is doable for around $900 for a pair installed. Second, look under the truck for any rust on the frame, especially in northern climates. These are body-on-frame vehicles, so frame integrity matters. Third, check the third row power folding seats. The motors can fail and replacement is annoying. Fourth, and this is a pro tip, find one with the off-road package. KDSS, the Kinetic Dynamic Suspension System, is a brilliant piece of mechanical engineering that improves both on-road handling and off-road articulation, and it commands a premium for good reason. Who should buy a GX 460? Anyone who is tired of spending money on cars. Anyone who wants a luxury SUV that will outlive their mortgage. Anyone who tows up to 6,500 lb and wants to do it without sweating. Anyone who lives somewhere with snow, gravel, or dirt roads, because the full-time four-wheel drive on this thing is the real deal. Who should skip it? If fuel economy matters to you, look elsewhere. The GX gets 15 mpg per gallon in the city and 19 mpg per gallon on the highway, and that is being generous. If you want cutting-edge tech in a giant touchscreen, this is not your vehicle. The infotainment is dated, but it works every time, and that matters more. Here is my honest take. The Lexus GX 460 is the closest thing the modern car market has to a buy-it-once vehicle. You purchase it, you maintain it, and you drive it for 15 years without ever thinking about replacing it. That is a unicorn in 2026. Final verdict and expert advice. So there you have it. 3 luxury SUVs that the market has forgotten and the lots want gone. The Acura MDX with Honda's bulletproof V6 hiding under premium leather, the Buick Enclave with Cadillac bones at Buick prices, and the Lexus GX 460, the body-on-frame Land Cruiser cousin that will run until the sun burns out. Next time a salesman tries to walk you toward a discounted German lease return with 60,000 MRI and a worn-out warranty, you'll know exactly what to ask for instead. If you want to know which luxury SUVs you should absolutely run from, the ones that look gorgeous on the lot and bankrupt you in the driveway, I made a video on that one too. It's right here. 22 years of turning wrenches has taught me that the best deals are always the ones nobody's talking about. Like if this helped you, subscribe for more. Drive safe, take care of your car, and it will take care of you. I'll see you in the next one. Call to action. If these automotive secrets change the way you look at the luxury SUV market, please subscribe and like the channel. We are exposing the mechanical truths that the dealerships would rather keep buried. Let's secure your automotive future. The next hidden treasure in the car world will be revealed very soon.